It has been a long time since we've taken a cruise. Lately, my social medias have been plastered in Margaritaville at sea content, so we figured we'd try it out for ourselves. They have 2 and 3 night cruises out of Palm Beach, making it a really easy weekend getaway for us Floridians. Today, we're covering the embarkation process, food at the buffet, and we start exploring the ship. If you have never been on a Margaritaville at sea cruise before, this video will help you feel prepared and knowing what to expect the first day you set sail. Join us in part 1 of this series, cruising out of Palm Beach to the Bahamas on Margaritaville at Sea Paradise.
No music right now. Me and Bill are chilling. Good view. We're obviously still in port. What do you guys say, William? Bill, what do you guys say? Hey. Paradise.
When you leave out of West Palm Beach, you can do a 2-night cruise or a 3-night cruise to the Bahamas, and that worked really well with our schedule, especially because they have plenty of options that go over the weekend. Out of Tampa Bay, they are a little bit longer. I think that they start at 4 nights, but they do go to Key West and Cozumel. There are a few other itineraries in there besides the Bahamas, Key West, and Cozumel, but those are like the 3 main routes. I had planned to film more in the moment when we were checking in and also boarding, and I didn't for 2 reasons. One, it was a little bit more chaotic than I expected it to be, and second, there was always music playing, so didn't want a copyright claim. Hi!
Made it!
Oh. They have a few different check-in times. I believe it starts at 11, so they have 11, 12, 1. They will email you and tell you which time to show up for. The nicer rooms get to come in first. We had the lowest of the low rooms. You couldn't have gotten a worse room than our room, so we had a 1 o'clock check-in.
Once you book the trip, you will get an email that looks like this. Right here, you can see the link that will take you to the page on their website that has all of the information on when to show up at the port. You can also access that information on the Margaritaville at Sea website without the email at any point in time. It's under that Prepare tab.
Now, personally, I didn't mind this. I was not in a hurry to get on the ship with 2 little kids with nowhere to have a home base because there's no telling when the rooms will be ready. So that actually worked great for us, but I think most people are pretty excited to get on board sooner, start grabbing those drinks, start eating that food sooner. But 1 o'clock was actually really nice for us.
Let's talk about the process of getting on the ship. If you are driving yourself, the Port of Palm Beach only offers valet parking, and it's $19 per day. We did wait in line for quite a while for our driver to get the car, but after that we got all of our stuff out and dropped off the luggage that we wanted to be delivered to our room to the luggage check-in, and that part was really fast. If you can or want to carry your luggage, then of course you can skip that step and just bring it right onto the ship with you. After you drop your luggage off, you will head inside where you'll go through security, then upstairs you'll wait in line to get your room keys. This line wasn't very long and it did move pretty fast. They check your passports or your birth certificates, and then they will also take a picture to be tied to your room key. Anytime you scan your room key to purchase a drink or anything else, they will see your picture to make sure that you match the name on that key. After you get your room key, there are some booths set up where you can buy drink packages, you can make dinner reservations and that sort of thing. We did not do any of that, but that is where you can do that. Of course, you can do it on the ship as well. At this point, you would typically get on the ship after you sign up for whatever you want to and after you get your room key, but they actually were having computer issues. Apparently their computer system went down, so they couldn't scan anyone's room key to get on the ship. We had to wait a little while, and William just entertained himself with this umbrella stroller, which we were so lucky that he was entertained by, honestly. Eventually, they did scan our room keys and let us go on, so we thought that we were done, but they do that again at the ship's door. So they scan your room key, you get on the deck thing, whatever, the walkway thing, and then at the end of the walkway when you're at the ship, they scan those keys again. We thought that we were free and clear and getting on the ship, so that was a little bit of a surprise. Not a big deal at all. We were just so excited to let the kids run free and to get on the ship. Since we were in the last time slot to board the ship, our room was ready when we got on, which we were very thankful for. Our luggage arrived maybe an hour later, so that went very smooth and seamless. We will show you more of our room in another video coming next week, but for now, we just kind of dropped our stuff off, and then, like any good cruiser, we headed straight to get food.
Yeah. Hey, look at the camera.
Oh. Whoa, well.
The buffet did a good job of switching out what kind of food they served for both lunch and dinner. I'm not saying that lunch and dinner were different. I'm saying that every day the lunch was different and every day the dinner was different. Some things stayed the same, but most of the cruises I've been on in the past, the buffet is the same no matter what meal it is and no matter how many days the cruise is. So we were actually pretty impressed by the buffet, even though a lot of the comments I heard were not so positive. I know that everyone's different, so just because I liked it doesn't mean that you will, but hopefully you will because we loved it. One thing I would do differently though, traveling with kids, is that all the plates were breakable. So we put the kids' food straight on the table because they cannot be trusted with breakable plates right now. So putting the food straight on the table obviously made big messes, but they sell these disposable mats that cling to the table. So when you're done, you can just like roll it up and throw it away. I wish I would have thought to bring those. If it's something that you're interested in, I will link it in the description, but we're definitely going to bring that on our cruise next time. After lunch, we headed straight to the main deck to check out the music and start exploring.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for.
We were letting the kids get some energy out while kind of exploring the ship when we noticed that we were moving, so we hurried outside to check out the sail away party. It was good, and I would say that it's just as good as any other cruise ship, but maybe less busy. However, I will say that I think the weekend we sailed was a fluke and that it was such a slow sailing. We noticed throughout our entire cruise that there were always chairs available outside and by the pool. We were always able to get a table anywhere we wanted, and I was never intimidated by the lines in the buffet. Also, it didn't rain when we were sailing away, but it did look cloudy, so maybe people just wanted to stay in their rooms. But whatever the case might have been, most pictures and videos show a much busier sail away party than what we had.
Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
Throw the ball.
This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
So that covers getting on the ship, the food, and some brief exploring. In our next video, we're going to talk more about some of the other food options on board, show you around more of the ship, and show you what we did with a day at sea. See you next time.
much harder than we thought it was going to
That
be. So probably not much to say today. We are just trying to survive until bedtime.
Yeah.
And we'll check in.
We're stacking ice buckets right now.
If anything is free game, to be honest. Thank you.
Wow, that was so nice.
Oh, that's nice.